Hello, namaste, welcome to this video. I thought it would be nice for this video to answer a question from Sergey. Hello Sergey, I hope I'm saying your name right. I picked this question because I know it's just super relevant for so many of you. I get this type of question a lot, and so I feel like this is going to be helpful for a lot of you who watch this channel. And like I said, you guys ask really similar type questions a lot of the time. The question is, Matthew, what if I have no energy left to either chop wood or carry water or even get out of bed? And this has been going on for years. Is there any way out of such an intense dark night? So the first thing I want to talk about with this question is it just sounds like a lot of fatigue, a lot of like chronic fatigue. And this can be also something that happens when we're in the void a lot, just really, just depleted. I've been there time and time again myself. The thing to know is that you're first in line, that all this light is descending into you, waking up within you. You're having DNA activations, your cellular structure is upgrading and evolving, your nervous system is going through huge changes and is being rewired. I mean, we are going through such a profound and intense shift in consciousness that it's impacting us on all levels, and we can especially feel it in the body. There is so much energy work going on within you right now, within so many of you, not just you, Sergey, but so many of you who find yourself in these voidy places, in this chronic fatigue type place. The movement is to know and to embrace that right now you're first in line. Life is not asking you to chop wood and carry water. Or another way of thinking about that is chopping wood and carrying water for you is resting deeply in beingness, is letting go of the doer or the one who needs to achieve or the one who needs to accomplish something. Life is giving you the beautiful opportunity right now to discover that you are worthy of love just for simply being. That you don't have to be out doing, and you don't have to be out chopping wood and carrying water and having these all these accomplishments. I know it's really wired into our psyche as kids that we are worthy of love when we do X, Y, and Z, when we get the good grade, when we achieve our goals, And so right now, it's a time for you to discover your own worthiness, just for simply existing, just for simply being you. And it's a time to bring great tenderness and love and compassion to yourself, to your body, to thank your body for what it's doing for you right now, for feeling into the deep and incredible transformation that your body is moving through, and to just really appreciate your body for even having the energy to be able to go through such a thing so profound as a spiritual awakening, as ascension, and embracing that this light is for you. You're first in line right now, Sergey, and for so many people watching this lost in the void or feeling lost in the void, you're not really lost, but it can feel that way. Know that you're first in line and all the light is for you right now. It's going in, and it's healing on such deep layers that sometimes we can't understand why it's been months or years or weeks. It's like, why am I still in the void? Why do I still feel, we ask these questions, why am I not, inspired yet? Why am I not healed yet? And if that's the case, if we're asking ourselves these questions, it's just a sign that there's such deep work going on that we can't grasp it yet. We can't quite understand it yet because the light's going so deeply inwards. It's like love wants to go all the way in. It wants to go all the way down into the deepest, darkest parts of us. And that requires a lot of time. For our human mind, it's a lot of time. A few years for the human mind it's forever, right? But a few years in universal time is like nothing. It's so infinitesimal. So time is always relative too. And I wanna share this teaching that comes through my teacher Craig Holliday quite often, where when we're trying to heal, and this is something I've experienced many times, is when the ego's trying to heal and it can't. It's like we experience our egoic limitations very deeply, and it's like the ego is trying to heal, it's doing everything it can, and it's just nothing's working, right? This is a doorway into a deeper surrender than ever, because it's like God is humbling us. God is showing us that healing happens on her time. Healing truly happens on God's time. And so often we think we're in control of the healing process of how we're going to feel day to day. But that's just not the case. And so to let yourself off the hook and to know that you aren't the one who needs to do this, and to ask for help, to ask for support, to ask the Divine Mother to do this for you, to tell her, Divine Mother, I can't do this. I don't understand. It's been years and I'm still in a dark night of the soul. I still have chronic fatigue. I don't understand this, Divine Mother, and I need you to do this for me. I need you to do this through me. Oftentimes I will ask the Divine Mother to flood my being with grace, to help me to surrender my egoic and personal desires to her. And this helps the ego. It just helps us feel like this humility about this process that, we're not in control of this. And then we take a lot of that blame and that harshness off of ourselves, because we tend to be hard on ourselves if it's been longer than we think it should be, if we think we should already be healed already. We tend to have this roughness with ourselves. But if we can just surrender to the truth that this is all happening according to divine orchestration, it helps us just to embrace what's here. And what's here for you, like I said, are these beautiful opportunities to soak in this light, to learn that you are worthy of love just for being. I wrote another thing down too that I want to share with you is this is an opportunity for you to fall in love with what's arising. So to fall in love with your current life of not being able to get out of bed and of not being able to chop wood and carry water and being so active. And I don't want the mind to get carried away with this, what I'm about to say, but it's just a truth that's always stuck with me. It's not until we love something fully that it no longer has something to teach us. So until we honestly and genuinely are in love with something, it still has so much to teach us, and it's still such a great master. And so right now, the lethargy, the dark night, these feelings, emotions, and sensations, these are little inner masters right now, and they're teaching you, they're helping you to surrender into all that you are. They're helping you to come into deeper union and oneness with God, with the universe. The sensations you're feeling right now, the tiredness, it's leaving you really no choice but to lay down your life to the divine, to surrender your life to something greater. And that's what it takes for me quite often. Is something that it's just too big for me, that I can't fix on my own, that I can't heal. I went through 2 excruciating dark nights, and in both of them that was the case. No matter what I did, I just wasn't healing. And both of them required me to, just ask for help, to just come into that direct recognition like I'm not in control here. And that is a very magical place. As much as it's so difficult and challenging for the ego and the mind, it's an absolutely magical place because that's where the deepest surrenders happen. Because they have to. It's like she's cornered us where there's nowhere to go. There's so much pain and suffering that we just have to surrender. And yeah, so this is okay. This is actually a quite beautiful time, as long as we're not trying to get over here or thinking we should be somewhere else than we are. And I found the more we just accept exactly where we are, and the more we can love ourselves exactly where we are, that's when things can, really start shifting and moving, and maybe some of the darkness starts integrating more. But the more we say, well, I shouldn't be here, or this shouldn't be happening, or I need to be doing this, well, then that darkness, it's still teaching us something. It's still helping us to dissolve all these egoic wants and desires, and it's still bringing us closer to the truth. So on a soul level, it's a beautiful thing, this darkness. It's medicine. It's actually liberating us. It's helping us expand. So if you can fall in love with darkness, if you can fall in love with pain, then you're really bringing the awakening process and unconditional love into one movement within you. And to answer the last part of your question, is there any way out of such intense dark night? And the answer that I think you're feeling already is no, there's not. There's a way through. It's like you don't want to jump out, you don't want to escape, you just go all the way in. You turn towards the darkness, you turn towards the pain. And this is where your liberation lies. This is where your freedom lies. And that's really hard for the mind. The mind thinks if I'm feeling good, I'm doing it right. If I'm feeling bad, I'm doing spiritual awakening wrong. But that's just not true. And that tells us we're oriented with the mind. But as we become more oriented with awareness itself, then there's no longer a judgment about feelings and emotions, darkness, light. There's not this attachment to it. There's not this feeling of should be and shouldn't be. And this helps to bring in the space of just acceptance. I hope that was helpful for any of you going through a dark night, or what seems like a never-ending void period, or just disconnection, or maybe chronic fatigue, just anything the mind is having a very difficult time with. I hope that this video has helped you to move into more of a gentle place with yourself, more of a compassionate and loving place with what's arising. If you would like to support the channel in a deeper way, I will post a donation link below. I will also post a link if you would like to join my mailing list. And if you feel guided to have a one-on-one healing session with me, I will put a link for that below as well. I love you all very much. Namaste.